Hi, and welcome back to Circle of Care. If you like the content and want to participate in these interviews in the future, then follow us on Circle of Care Community, which I'll post in the description below. These interviews were questions surrounding community, camaraderie, if you've ever felt alone, and advice on how to deal with loneliness in general. Now, the next question is, have you ever felt alone?
I've definitely felt alone.
I think there are too many instances of me feeling alone to count.
There have been plenty of times where I have felt alone.
I felt alone.
I think when I first got to ISU.
Yeah, I think everybody has on some level.
We all go through it some point or another in our lives.
I don't ever feel completely alone because I have my family here.
So I have never felt alone, but I have felt lonely, and I do think that those are two different things.
There's always those moments where you don't feel like your problems are important enough. I can't exactly pinpoint to a specific time and day.
I had moved 1,000 miles away from my hometown in Illinois out to Arizona. I was only 18 years old when I moved out. Living on my own, I definitely had felt alone. I had roommates, but still, I was away from my sister, who's one of my best friends.
I would say, at least in the transition to civilian life, it feels weird. I would say it feels like a loneliness. You're going from working with these people and being with these people for a long time, 8 to 10 hours, 16 hours sometimes, of hard work, traveling, some cases going to war, stuff like that.
I think the most alone I've ever felt was in 2010 when I was in Afghanistan.
You get out and then it's done. There's no ramp down from being in the military and going into civilian life.
I feel like I didn't have anybody to talk to, that I couldn't talk to anybody, but there wasn't anybody around for me to physically talk to.
You start thinking to yourself, this person's got their own problems. They don't want to be hearing about mine.
There's a disagreement with my staff sergeant, and he ostracized me from the platoon and sent me away. So that was tough.
It's abrupt, and that can leave you feeling weird and alone and stuff like that, even though you're not.
It was right about that time when I also found out that my first wife was having an affair.
Ever since I moved to Arizona, I've never actually had a steady boyfriend, and most of my friends did, so that kind of created loneliness as well. But I didn't think I needed somebody. I don't want to need or depend on anyone.
Different kinds of loneliness too. Bad kind of loneliness, like breaking up with someone. There's kind of even a little bit below that where you just have if I go to a party with a friend and he's the only friend that I have or that I know there, and then he leaves to go do something else, whatever, and then I'm just kind of at the party by myself, and that can feel lonely too.
I'm kind of just a freshman thrown out of the football team, 100 guys. I don't really know anybody. I think I felt alone then.
Kind of thought, well, this would be a good time to invest in a dog maybe, because I've never had my own pet before. So I got on Craigslist one day and I found just the cutest dog.
Also, being alone, a good kind of alone. I travel alone. I feel lonely, but it's a liberating kind of loneliness where I can just do whatever I want. And I don't have to worry about other people's plans or what they want to do. I can just focus on myself and just get what I need to get done.
I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, because I think I've come out of it kind of in a positive way.
I've been fortunate enough to have all of those people in my life and their support.
They're all different kinds of loneliness, and I don't think anybody has ever experienced your type of loneliness before. Obviously, everyone's gone through a breakup, but I think everyone processes it differently. And I think that's also what makes it so lonely, is that you feel like you're the only one with these emotions.
Our final question is, what advice do you have for others that feel alone?
I would just say
3 words: don't give up.
Talk to people often.
Get out there, make some friends.
Get over it.
I hate when people say, just get over it. I don't think that's ever helped anybody ever in the history of feeling lonely.
Not as in get over your issue of being alone, get over the fact of not wanting to reach out to somebody because you feel like your problems aren't a big deal enough, because they are.
My biggest advice is just don't feel bad for feeling alone.
Your problems matter.
Sometimes life sucks.
Push through it. It's going to suck a lot.
Well, Life sucks a lot, actually.
You know, being positive is very important. You can have more of a positive outlook on life and just thinking about all your blessings in life.
Is to not stay at home and stay in your room and eat or watch movies all day and sleep. I've definitely done that before, and it does not help.
And it's going to be a lot of hard times, but eventually you'll kind of build bonds with people and you'll gain, friends, you'll gain that camaraderie, and it just takes time. I guess I was maybe expecting to be like kind of that guy on the team right when I got there, but that really wasn't the case.
Key thing is just don't rush yourself. Don't force yourself. Process your emotions. It's probably the loneliest I felt is after like a big breakup. Once I took that pressure off of like, I gotta feel normal again, I gotta get out of this funk. Once I took the pressure off of like, no, I can be in this funk and it's okay, it's normal.
But it's never permanent. As long as you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, things will get better. You don't have to be in a full-on sprint all day, every day.
It just like felt like a weight was lifted off my chest.
You can go slow, one step at a time, but one step is still progress. But the thing is, you're never really on your own. You're never alone.
So what I do is I go on a 30 to 45 minute walk every morning with my dog. And that way, like, it's not even a lot of exercise. Like, you're not sweating a lot. You're not getting worked up from running or anything. Like, it's just a simple walk around town.
So reach out to your loved ones, to your close ones. You'll be surprised how many people will surprise you and be there for you and listen to you.
Finding hobbies or sports that you like.
Find, if you have a hobby, maybe you can find a group that does that hobby as well.
Maybe drawing or painting, things like that, just to help get your mind off of things too.
Just reach out to somebody. It's not a sign of weakness.
Make friendships, make lasting relationships.
Somebody's going to help you. Somebody's going to put their hand out. And somebody's going to do something for you.
Where it's like hiking or mountain biking or playing video games or whatever you're into.
It's worth a shot. You can deal with it with somebody else, and it makes it a lot easier.
I hope that some of the responses that our volunteers had to the questions really ring with you. If you have any responses that you would give differently, please share below in the comment section, and I'll even share my responses as well. Again, if you like the content, then please subscribe and like this video, and there will be more to come. I should have had it written down. And I'm not going to include any of what I just said in the video.
So you cut that too.
And we'll cut.
I
I don't know if I like that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.